When I squeeze my eyes open every morning, I always love the soft feeling of the sheets underneath my weight. The pillow lightly on my face, whisper in my ears, telling me that the comfort I feel is nothing but fate. Faith. I believe in fairy tale. We all know this tale, how Belle turned a beast back into a man with feelings. Now, that kind of cliche just clicks for me. So, when I was 16, I waited for Charming. I wasn't expecting a crown or a glass shoe, but I imagined he'd be tall, dark, and handsome, the type to capture my heart and hold it for ransom. That type of cliche. But when you came into my life, you were my Prince Charming. Only you didn't even have a car, but your eyes were bright, sparkling like stars, a smile that lightens the mood. It was love, all the way from Mars. Like energy and matter, we were one and the same. In time and distance, our love grew insane. Everything I felt was crazy. The sight of you alone made the planets spin around the world for me. There were so many emotions untamed. Fame. The world stood watching our love grow. They wondered why I stayed with you when your world broke. They sang hidden glories as they pretend to care, then whisper in my ears that I didn't deserve the pressure. How being with you alone was underneath my stature. How the stars will align to find me someone better. How I was beautiful and skilled, and why using those was clever. Never. It wasn't a cliche that pulled me out the water when I was drowning. When anxiety shut down my lungs and I was coughing out imaginary water, with sunken claws deep in my skin, dragging my flesh out. When it was me alone against the voices that screamed out. When it was hell to live and not check out. When I was struggling with anxiety, they said I was crazy, lazy, mundane, and everything fuzzy. It wasn't just love that made you care for me. It wasn't a cliche that reminded me that Allah was my way out, that He was enough for me if I knew that He made me enough to stand up, that there was no love without sacrifice, that to surrender myself to my Lord was jihad, Islam. You knew of it, and you reminded me that there was no love greater than the love for the Most High, Allah. It wasn't a beast that stood for me. It wasn't a monster that stood by me. It was a man that knew exactly how to love me.